Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me, Vicki. So today, guys, I'm going to talk about the print edition of the Nonfiction Minute. I'm Roxie Munro. I'm a writer and an illustrator of mainly nonfiction and children's concept books. So I'm going to talk to you today about these cool collections edited by Jean Reynolds, the publisher of Millbrook Press. And I'm going to just show you a few samples of how we've dealt with our work here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to share the screen, and we have a little PowerPoint here we're going to have, and I'm going to play that for you. So again, this is the Nonfiction Minute collections of the essays in the book. So the two books are 30 People Who Changed the World and 30 Animals That Share Our World. So as far as the 30 People book goes, here's some of the very cool people we cover in there. Marian Anderson, Julius Caesar, Bessie Coleman, Marie Curie, Charles Dickens, Einstein, Frederick Grant, Mary Kingsley, Radium Girls, Sally Ride, Mary Shelley, Van Gogh, and many other very cool authors. Now the fun thing is that this book has already gotten an award from the National Council for Social Studies and the Children's Book Council. School Library Connection recommends it, a great resource for a struggling reader. Kirkus Reviews said they're brisk and appealing historical vignettes, as readable as they are revealing. And Book List called it a handsomely produced nonfiction book, and I do love the design. And the authors clearly know how to sum up their subjects while whetting young readers' appetites. So here's a sample layout page. This is George Washington Carver by Cheryl Harness. And you see period photographs in here, as well as a contemporary one of the Boy Carver statue. And every one of these has a section on how to find out more. And in this case, you can read some books, visit some websites. Bessie Coleman, I did this piece, and you can see it's illustrated and has a diagram in it. Diagrams, maps, and charts are commonly used, which is kind of cool and further explains things to children. And again, you can find out more information. Charles Dickens, I love this because it has these wonderful period illustrations from the books in it. And again, more information. This is by Andrea Warren. And Mary Shelley, again by Cheryl Harness. I love these period pieces in here. And again, more about her. And of course, A Woman Makes a Monster is a great start to the piece. So the authors in this are Jan Atkins, Sarah Albee, Vicki Cobb, our fearless leader, Jan Greenberg, Cheryl Harness, Carrie Holohan, Carla McCaffrey, me, Amy Nathan, Doreen Rappaport, Andrea Warren, and Jim Whiting. The next book is 30 Animals That Share Our World. Intriguing creatures that crawl, creep, hop, run, swim, and fly. Publishers Weekly called it a digestible collection of essays focusing on famous animals, but also on animals for which the authors have a particular reverence or fear. The brief essays introduce many ideas and concepts and will make readers eager to learn more. And of course, they can look at our resources that are included. So here are some of the neat subjects: wolf spiders, vultures, also concepts like, do animals ask for help? Reading has gone to the dogs. Frogs, polar bears, animals in space. What's it like, again, about a wolf, another wolf piece. Ants in a Jam, Percy the cat. Skunks, fish, penguins, fur and feathers, the bald eagle. All sorts of jellyfish, all sorts of wild and fascinating content. So here's Sergeant Stubby, who was a hero during World War I. And again, it's illustrated by period photographs and illustrations. Not only do you have books about him, but you can visit the website and even watch a video on YouTube. Smelling feet or smelly feet. This is about butterflies and how they collect and how they smell with their feet. And she ends it all I will say that all of our authors beginning are experts at doing great opening paragraphs and great finishes, great finals. And she says, you know, it's a good thing our feet can't smell, because some people have smelly feet, and that would be kind of yucky, as Dorothy says. Vicki, this is by our fearless leader, Vicki. Polar bears, how do they stay warm when it's cool out? And as you know, they're in icy, icy conditions. They're mammals, so they're warm-blooded. So it kind of really makes a difference and makes you think, like, how do they stay warm? It can't just be that fur coat. And again, Vicki has books to read, a video. We have a video, and also a video available, and also websites. Here, now I've always personally been fascinated in carrier pigeons. So here's a darling story about a famous carrier pigeon during World War I. And again, you can read and visit several websites to learn more. And Lonesome George is an over 100-year-old tortoise. And again, you see contemporary photographs, older photographs, and a map. So the illustrations help contribute to the understanding for the children. And of course, many children are visual learners, so the images are very important. And the authors here are Jan Atkins, Sarah Albee, Nancy Calstado, Vicki Cobb, Cheryl Harness, Steve Jenkins, Heather Montgomery, Trish March, Roxie, Eileen Newman, Dorothy Patton, Lawrence Kringle, David Schwartz, Stephen Swinburne, and Jim Whiting. So you've got some top-notch people here. So I hope you all enjoy this, and I'm going to throw it back to Vicki. I'm going to stop the share. And anytime you all want to get in touch with me or get in touch with anyone at the Nonfiction Minute, feel free to just we all have websites, and again, we're accessible through the Nonfiction Minute and Ink Think Tank websites. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you all one of these days.